Today on the Trent Out Loud show. Shout out to Team Diddy. You guys are officially back on track. Oh, ladies, y'all thought you were slick with the T app? The guys got one of their own. T on Her is officially here. All right, we got more news about Alicia Keys. Alicia, I'm sorry, man. It's not me. It's other content creators talking about it. I'm sorry. Y'all out here just making up words? What the hell is a textrovert? Somebody please send this to Benzino. Ben, nobody wants to see you on OnlyFans, bruh. Nobody. What up? It's Trent Out Loud, and I'm back with another episode. All right, depending on what time zone you're in, it's Tuesday night or Wednesday morning. And to my Wednesday morningers, we are halfway up the mountaintop. The weekend is only 2 days away, and I got a big weekend ahead. Trust me, the countdown is real. All right, I got a great show set up for you guys today. I have one lead story. We're going to kick it off by talking about Diddy hitting NewsNation attorneys and witnesses with a $100 million defamation lawsuit. In quick news, we're going to discuss the new T on Her app, NBA YoungBoy, Alicia Keys, textroverts, Serena Williams, Caitlyn Jenner, Mariah The Scientist, Elon Musk, Benzino, UFC, Sha'Carri Richardson, Obell Beckham Jr., and Denzel Washington. As always, we're going to close out the show with social discussion and question of the day. Y'all know what time it is. Turn your TVs, your radio, your devices up. I'm about to start this show. Let's go. Our first lead story. Diddy hits NewsNation attorney and witnesses with a $100 million defamation lawsuit. Diddy is taking his legal battle public with a $100 million defamation lawsuit against Nexstar Media's NewsNation network, attorney Ariel Mitchell and Courtney Bergs. The lawsuit filed August 6th in the U.S. District Court accuses the trio of intentionally fabricating and promoting damaging claims about Diddy. The complaint states that Bergs allegedly claimed to possess videos showing the music mogul committing SA against both celebrity and people not of age. According to the filing, NewsNation aired and repeated these allegations as if they were true, despite allegedly knowing they were probably false. The lawsuit also calls out Mitchell, Bergs' legal counsel, for repeating those accusations on national television. Mitchell reportedly stated that a police report backed allegations that Diddy R-worded a woman in March 2018. However, court documents asserted no such reports existed. Instead, the actual police report filed by Mitchell's client accused two white men, and those claims were deemed unsubstantiated by law enforcement. All right, now, first of all, last week I dragged Diddy's team for a horrible PR week. Congratulations for getting back on track. These are the stories you guys need to put out if you would like to drum up public support. Now, I am not on Team Diddy. I don't care if he stays in jail or not, but I am going to applaud smart moves. And Diddy's team is looking for a pardon. They're looking for public support. Regardless of what his sentencing is, Diddy will have to come back out into the public eye. He's a public figure. And these are the stories that need to be pushed out. Why? These are the stories that need to be pushed out? Because same thing I told you guys last week. If you ask anybody right now, or the majority of the people don't even understand what Diddy is in jail for. And Diddy's team needs to keep repeating, he was only found guilty for the Mann Act. What is the Mann Act? Transporting a prostitute from one state to another state. That is all Diddy is in jail for. Now, like I said, a lot of y'all might think otherwise. I was in that courtroom every single morning and every single afternoon for weeks. I know all the details of the case. You could go and check my lives. I reported on it 4 times a day. He was found guilty for transportation of prostitution. That is it. There has been a plethora of other things put out there, okay? And so many people are so caught up with all of these stories, they think he's in jail for accusations like this from NewsNation, the attorney, and Courtney Bergs. although Courtney says he has these videos, nobody's ever seen them. They've never leaked. It's never been put in court. It's never been showed to a jury. And this lawsuit, we will find out if it's true or not. And I would bet a lot of money that it's probably not true, because if he had these things, they would have come out a long time ago. It's been close to a year. Courtney says he has these things. Where are they? A lot of people like to come up with a lot of accusations against celebrities for money. We know that. I'm not saying that none of it is true, but trust me, 80 or 90% of it is not true. All right. So anyways, like I said, I call it like I see it. If I was on Team Diddy, I would be promoting the heck out of this story. And honestly, I don't want to take the time to read this again, but just go back and just read and just listen to what I just read to you. Read what Diddy is accusing these people of. It is crazy, the frivolous stories that are out about Diddy. Yes, I know there is still some stories that are true, but there's so much that are frivolous. I just think that Team Diddy needs to double down and remind people that he went through a trial with a jury of his peers, and he was only found guilty of transporting prostitutes. He had the federal government, Maureen Comey, the same person who put Ghislaine Maxwell in jail, that person against Diddy. If these things are out there that Maureen Comey could not put him in jail for RICO and for forced fraud and coercion, then y'all are crazy. Anyways, shout out to Team Diddy. All right, this brings us to quick news. Ring my bell. Our first quick story. Tea on Her becomes the third most downloaded app on the App Store. Tea on Her is officially at the third spot. The app is a men's-only app where users can share dating experiences to help sort out red flags, dating experiences, and receive feedback. All right, here's a picture of ChatGPT being the number one, Tea Dating Advice being number two, and then Tea on Her. So the number one is for women, and the third one is for men. I can't believe Threads is still 4. Who downloads that? Anyways, when the T app came out for her, I made it a point to let y'all know that I don't think there's anything wrong. A lot of guys were out here complaining like, yo, this is not fair. I don't want my picture out here. I don't want people talking about me. I want girls talking about me. That just shows your insecurity, if you ask me. Put me up on the T app. Please. I want to hear about all my good grades and all my good marks. Like I already told you guys, there was a Facebook app in Montreal, and a girl actually saw me on there, and she screenshotted all the comments, and it was all positive. Like, super nice guy. He was nice. He's this, whatever, blah, blah, et cetera, et cetera. I don't want to say things because I don't want to look like I'm tooting my own horn, but it was all positive. So I think these apps are cool. And I think, you know how the saying goes, a hit dog will holler. So the people who are hollering that don't like these things, it's because you got something to hide. I have no problem. Put me on any app. I'm good. Our second quick story. NBA YoungBoy says Yaya Mayweather is pregnant in a new song. All right, a little bit of confusion going on here. I made a call out, and even people who are close to the situation don't really know what's going on. But YoungBoy put out this verse and said, on that N-word, I got hella dope. She don't like that I make question mark. Now Yaya pregnant, gotta make her get rid of it. This ain't the time, I told you no. Then Yaya put this out on Instagram. And for those of you who don't know who Yaya is, Yaya Mayweather is Floyd Mayweather's daughter, okay? Then she put this out. She said, I'm so proud of you and everything you've been doing. No matter what, keep going. Your strength and determination inspires me every day. I love you more than words could ever explain. And no matter how far away you go in the world, I'll always be here for you, cheering you on. You're never alone. And in the video, it was them like in bed, like kind of like kissing. And then a couple of hours later, Yaya puts this out and says, I don't know where y'all getting this from, but I'm not pregnant. So who knows what's going on? This is really fresh. This happens like a couple of hours ago before I started recording. I'm just going to go into the comment section just to give you guys a little bit more context about their relationship, and then you can draw your own conclusions. One person made a good comment and said, "You guys are expecting too much out of her when most kids mimic what they are around. Her dad, Floyd Mayweather, kept multiple women in rotation. Her first example, the man she looks up to. Her mom sticks by Floyd's side to this day, whether he's still in a romantic relationship or not. Due to her environment and she being young, give her grace. Maybe she'll grow out of this, maybe not. It's her life at the end of the day." So that is context of the fact that NBA YoungBoy is married. He has another kid with Yaya, and he also has a couple other girls on the side. So, Yaya is not his main girl, and the fact that she is out here kind of like acting like she is when she knows that she's not is what people are kind of like dragging her for. Another person said, "Y'all mad at her, but it's her life. I'm not commenting on nobody's life when I'm not even in their tax bracket. If she's happy, then let her be." Another person said, "Y'all need to listen to his new album. He confirmed she was pregnant. He admitted to a two-way love affair with her and his wife, and the wife is clearly okay with it. We got to mind our own business." So that's all we could say. Another word is, why y'all can't get over her baby daddy? I got over mine. Sorry. Why can't y'all get over your baby daddy? I got over mine. One day it will be time, sis, stand up. So, when situations like this, everyone's going to draw their own conclusion. Why are you still with him? You should leave, or vice versa. Let them be. My whole thing in these situations, I agree with the people who are just let them be. If somebody is happy in that kind of situation, as long as he's not doing anything wrong to her and she is okay with everything, I feel like I could trust her to make her own decisions. And is she young? Yes. Is she maybe making a mistake? Yes. But I just don't think that we, the people commenting, dragging her, is going to do anything to help her. I don't think that's going to help her be like, "Oh, people in the comment section said I should leave. No, I'm going to leave." No, just you have to let people live and let people learn their own lessons. And ultimately, if she's happy, she won't be the first person in this situation. Our third quick story. Swiss Beats and Alicia Keys, allegations of divorce, #karma. All right, I told you all yesterday that I'm staying out of this, but I also told you there's more things coming down the pipeline. Here's a content creator that is going viral talking about Alicia Keys and Swiss Beats, but also making an emphasis on Alicia Keys' karma. Sorry, Alicia. I still love you.
Allegedly, Swiss Beats and Alicia Keys are headed for divorce. It's saying that allegedly he got a baby on the way by his side chick. Now, mind you, what your grandma always tell you, how you get them is how you lose them. It doesn't matter. Karma is going to always happen for you. You're going to always reap what you sow, no matter how long it takes. They done been married for a long time. Alicia got pregnant before he was even divorced from his last wife, Mashonda. Swiss didn't marry Alicia until she was like 8 months pregnant. She was big and pregnant on her wedding photos. And if I remember correctly, he had a $2 million tax lien back then that she paid. She paid his $2 million tax lien. So what do we call that type of woman? A pick-me. Just because it's Alicia Keys, just because she's a celebrity, does not mean she does not have that pick-me mentality. But understand, you're going to always reap what you sow.
Like I told you all yesterday, man, there's so much in their marriage, especially in the beginning, a lot of back and forth on both sides. It's neither of them were perfect. So anyways, more to come. Our fourth quick story. A textrovert is somebody who is expressive and funny in text messages, but shy in person. Are you a textrovert? They often find it easier to share their thoughts and feelings through messages when they have time to think and craft their responses, unlike in a face-to-face conversation where things feel more pressured in the moment. Send this to a textrovert. All right, I think this is trending because more and more people are saying that the younger generation is not able to be communicative, and they're not getting out the house as much, and they're sitting behind their smartphones, and it's going to be damaging in the future. Now, I am a huge texter. I love texting, but The minute things get serious or we want to have a conversation, I'm picking up the phone and calling you. I love having communication. I mean, listen, I sit down here and communicate to you guys here every day. Okay. So I have no problem with communication. So while I think like it's okay to have both, like I'm a very great texter. Like I love it. I actually talk about that in my book. Like I love texting and, joking around, or even if I'm like, if I'm in a new relationship or even in an old relationship with a girl, like I love like kind of like flirting throughout the day. Like it's like a foreplay for me. I like texting. I'm a big texter, but I do agree with this statement that, you got to be careful these days not to be so comfortable texting that when a person is in front of you, you're like, oh my gosh, I don't know what to say. I don't know what to do. You know what I mean? So you got to walk that balance and have both. And if you're going to choose one, be more comfortable speaking in front of somebody. So be careful out there not to become a textrovert. Our fifth quick story. Serena Williams' weight loss is going viral. All right, y'all know I'm a big fan of Serena and never into body shaming. So shout out to Serena. She looks great and happy for her weight loss. Whether, obviously people are talking, is it Ozempic or whatever? I never care about those things. It's your body, your choice. Do whatever you like, however you want to do it, as long as you're healthy. That's what I'm on the side of. However, just like to highlight, this is not my favorite version of Serena Williams. I went out and got some pictures online. Just wanted to remind y'all, remember Serena in her Puma suit, the cat suit? This was the outfit that almost got like banned, or I think maybe it did get banned at the French Open, but this is my Serena. This is when I say baby mama, this is my baby mama. And actually, I also found our picture when I first met Serena in Miami, and you could see the shape that she was in at that time. This is the Serena I know. That's my girl, And here we can like zoom in here. You can see like our arms behind each other. You notice how low they are? You know what I'm saying? What up, Serena? Our sixth quick story. A Texas restaurant has been criticized for using photos of Caitlyn Jenner before and after her transition on its bathroom doors. What are your thoughts? All right, for those who are not seeing this, there's Caitlyn Jenner. What was he? Bruce Jenner before, when the picture is from when he was in the Olympics. And of course, one is saying it's the men's bathroom, the other one is the women's bathroom. I think this is super clever. I think it's brilliant. I think it's amazing. What do y'all think? Our seventh quick story. Mariah The Scientist shares her thoughts on dating a man with kids. During a recent interview, Mariah The Scientist shared advice for women who may be hesitant to date a man with children, speaking on her own experience being in a relationship with a young thug who has kids. Take a listen.
All the ladies out there that are thinking, well, I don't want to date a man with kids, and you're like judging the idea of someone who has had that happen. I feel like dating somebody with kids has taught me more about a family unit than anything I could have ever imagined, because you're seeing it in real time.
All right, so last week I shared with you guys my thoughts on a man being with a woman that has kids. And while I said it was a beautiful thing, I did say 99.9% of the time it will not work if the baby daddy doesn't like the new guy. If the guys can get along, it's beautiful. If they don't get along, it ain't gonna work out. Now, vice versa, when it comes to women, and like what Mariah The Scientist is talking about, I feel like it has a greater chance of working because women are more nurturing and more loving and less egotistical and less prideful, and are thinking about the child because of their maternal instinct. So I still do think the baby mama and the girlfriend have to get along, but I think it's easier for them to get along because, stereotypically, most women are more nurturing and are caring about the child. Men do still care about their children, but unfortunately, some men can't get over their own ego and their own pride and will let that get in the way and interrupt the love for their child. It's sad, but it's just the truth. Our 8th quick story. Elon Musk calls out Apple. He writes, "Hey, Apple App Store, why do you refuse to put either X or Gronk in your must-have section when X is the #1 news app in the world and Gronk is 5 amongst all apps? Are you playing politics? What gives? Inquiring minds want to know." I don't know. Could it be the fact that Threads and Twitter are competitors and Apple's App Store is their own app store? I don't know. Could be a reason. And must have seems like a list that's curated by the people at Apple. So why would they put their competitor? Kind of really makes sense, right? It's been a while since we heard from Elon Musk. Side note, it's been a while since we heard from Elon Musk, and I kind of like when he's quiet. I really didn't miss him. Did you? Our 9th quick story. Benzino launches new OnlyFans, says it's all about the ladies and his gym gains. Benzino, nobody cares, bro. Take a listen.
I got an OnlyFans, y'all. Go support it. It's King Zeno. Go support it. You know what I'm saying? You know, the only reason I got an OnlyFans is because I work out, so I like to show my body. But go support it.
No, nobody's supporting it, Mr. No Neck. That's why he has to angle the camera like that, because if he holds it down here, he literally has no neck. I would love to see the receipts on his OnlyFans. Do you guys know that? I think I told you about. It was a little Tate where she made like $1 million in 3 hours on her OnlyFans. Do you know the average OnlyFans creator makes $150 to $200 a month? There's a lot of people on OnlyFans, but only a fraction of them make money. It's just like the music industry. You hear a bunch of people saying they're rappers, but it's only like Beyonce, Jay-Z, and the top ones that make money. So when you hear someone's like, "Oh, I'm on OnlyFans," don't assume that they're making millions because you hear reports from me like, "Oh, Little Tay made $1 million or Iggy Azalea made $50 million. Benzino, you know you're not making more than like $200 a month. Stop it. Our 10th quick story. This is absolutely going to happen. Dana White on the UFC Fight Night at the White House. On the 250th birthday of America, live on CBS from the White House. Dana White says the UFC will be at the White House event live on CBS July the 4th, 2026. He's scheduled to travel to Washington later this month to meet with President Donald Trump and his daughter Ivanka to discuss logistics. All right, yesterday I told you guys about the deal that UFC signed with Paramount Plus and CBS. Applauded it. I think it was $7.7 billion, if I'm not mistaken. Love this. Love they're going on streaming services. Anything that is, gets away from legacy television, I'm happy for as a content creator. However, I'm not a big UFC fan. UFC fan. Maybe watch one or two, and I'm not necessarily excited that it's going to the White House. And I don't know if it should be going to the White House. Is this how we want to celebrate July 4th next year? UFC fighting at the White House? This is Independence Day? I don't know. UFC fans, let me know. Our 11th quick story. Sha'Carri Richardson addresses airport incident involving her boyfriend, Christian Coleman. All right, let me give you guys some context because I actually missed this story last week. Sha'Carri was in the airport and her boyfriend got into an argument and she kind of threw something at, she threw something at him. I think his headphones. And she kind of put hands on him a little. I don't know why I keep on saying kinda, but she did. Anyways, a lot of backlash. People calling her out. She's had issues before, and people called her out for it. Apparently, she hasn't lost any sponsorships or what have you, but she's still putting out an apology, and here it is.
Hey, y'all, it's Sha'Carri, and more than anything, definitely a lot of self-reflection, a lot of understanding of not only putting myself in a compromised situation, but somebody that I have a deep care and appreciation for as well is something that holding myself accountable. I see myself, I'm taking this time to not only see myself, but get myself a certain level of help that overall, it's going to reflect who I truly am in my heart, in my spirit.
She also put out a written statement. I won't read the whole thing. I apologize to Christian. He came into my life and gave me more than a relationship, but a great understanding of unconditional love from what I've experienced in my past due to past traumas, pain, etc., etc. So I think why a lot of people are talking about this, Charlamagne made a good point about this today on the Breakfast Club. Had this been a man putting his hands on his girl, throwing his headphones at his girl, caught on tape in an airport, there would be uproar. They would ask for all his sponsorships to be stripped, etc., etc. I don't know. It's life sometimes. There's double standards when it comes to men and women. It's just what it is. All right, our 12th quick story. Adam Scheffler, who is a renowned reporter, tweeted this out and said, after 10 seasons in the NFL, Odell Beckham Jr. has decided to retire. Odell Beckham Jr. played for the Giants, Browns, Rams, Ravens, and Dolphins. He announced Tuesday. Then Beckham came in and said, laugh out loud, WTF. When was that announced and by whom? That's funny. Appreciate the concern, but this ish ain't over yet. He also tweeted out and said, not done yet. Thanks for the HR concern and have a blessed day. Learn something new every day. So just wanted to throw this in here. It's not true. Odell Beckham Jr. is not retiring. Anybody tells you that, tell them it's not true. Our 13th quick story. Denzel Washington letting the world know how he feels about the Cowboys owner, Jerry Jones, on Stephen A. Smith's First Take. Take a listen.
All money ain't good money, Jerry.
Say it again.
All money ain't good money, Jerry.
One time.
August 15th, we open Friday.
Woo, Lord.
All money ain't good money.
All right, I just wanted to play that quick clip for you. Can't play the whole thing for copyright reasons. But Denzel Washington was really just up there saying everything that everybody says about Jerry Jones. Good money, all money ain't good money. Denzel Washington is saying, listen, I've been a fan of the Cowboys since the 60s, and we haven't been in the conference final in the past 30 years. You're only thinking about your money, and all money ain't good money. The Cowboys are the most valued franchise in, I think, sports, period. They're worth over $10 billion. And, you know, Denzel and super fans, or just even regular fans, it's like, yeah, great that you're worth $10 billion, $10 billion, or the team is worth $10 billion, but what are you doing with the team? We want to get to the Super Bowl. And he was talking about there's box office and there's Oscars, you know, and it's just not all about money. Look, I am not a Dallas Cowboys fan. I have never been. So I have no problem just sitting back and laughing at the Dallas Cowboys. But I do agree with Denzel that Jerry Jones, like, he needs to either get a star quarterback, change that coach. Like, he needs to do something. Like, there's no point in having such a legacy storied franchise and you do nothing every year. But the question is that why do you guys stay so loyal to the Dallas Cowboys? That's what I don't understand. My godson, this year may be the first year that he's decided to give up on the Cowboys after like 10 or 15 years. But I bet you as soon as the season starts, he's going to be like, yo, I'm back on. It's so bad. Dallas Cowboy fans are crazy. All right, this brings us to social discussion of the day. Before I get into social discussion of the day, I have a very, very important question to ask y'all. Is your computer, laptop, or cell phone vulnerable to data breaches? Well, let me answer that question for you. Yes, they are, all three of them, if you are not using Aura, the all-in-one digital security platform. Go to my sponsor below, aura.com/trendoutloud, to get a free 14-day trial to see if any of your data has already been exposed. If you're ever wondering how scammers get your phone number or why your inbox is filled with spam, here is why. There are companies called data brokers, and they sell your data, credit card information, bank, social security number, and they sell it without your consent, and they make billions to marketers, scammers, and even stalkers. That's why I recommend today's sponsor, Aura, to my family, friends, and out louders. Aura takes care of the hard part, automatically removing your information off of these sites and keeping it off. With Aura, you get alerts if any of your personal information is found on the dark web, real-time fraud alerts for your credit card and bank information, a secure VPN, antivirus, password manager, and they have 24-hour US-based customer service. They also offer a $5 million identity theft insurance package if anything does go wrong. Make sure you click on the link below. It is absolutely free. If you're ever wondering if any of your information is on the web anywhere, Aura is the place to go. For those of you who don't know about Aura, it's the first time you're hearing about them. They used to be the jersey badge for the Minnesota Timberwolves. They are renowned. They are large. They are the biggest digital security protection company. If you're ever worried about these things, worry no more because Aura is here. All right. That didn't even rhyme. That was horrible. All right, let's get on to social discussion of the day. NBA star Michael Porter Jr. details struggles with faith and relationships, plus admits women have always been my vice while explaining why he remains unmarried at 27. NBA star Michael Porter Jr. recently opened up about his personal struggles, revealing everybody has different vices. My vice has always been in the form of woman. Take a listen to Michael Porter Jr.
Everybody has different things that they struggle with. My vice has always come in the form of women. And I know that's a lot of people in my shoes, you know. I know it's a lot of people in my lifestyle or whatever. That's something that comes up a lot. I'm all over the place. Sometimes I'm good and sometimes I'm not.
All right, pretty interesting stuff. I wanted to put this in here because I actually speak about something similar to this in my second book, How Sneakers Ruined My Life, when I was going through some bad times. And I don't think a lot of men understand sometimes what they're going through and how they could get caught up in dating and that lifestyle and not even realize it's to their own detriment. And I think sometimes women don't even realize it because men don't even talk about their feelings. I just wanted to read you guys a little excerpt from my book. It says, during these stressed out times, I hated being alone with my thoughts. Since I didn't know many people in Toronto and I had no family there, I was out more than when I was in Montreal. There was no calm for me in Toronto. I had to search for it. Dating as much as I did wasn't good for my inner self, and adding hookups was really effing draining my soul. I hated it, but I didn't stop. It's like being hungry and craving a steak, but the only restaurant around is McDonald's. I was searching for something, but I couldn't find it. I wasn't in a good place. I really thought partying, dating, and trying to be overtly wild would help me, but they were only fun in the moment. I felt so lost in the mornings. So I had to go to therapy to kind of understand the position that I was in. And that's, part of the reasons why, I really wanted to write about these things in my book, especially to help a lot of men out there that sometimes, we like to kind of push down our feelings and emotions and hide it and I'm partying and I'm going out with a bunch of girls and I'm drinking and I'm doing this or whatever. And we're really just doing that to hide, what's really on the surface. So shout out to Michael Porter Jr. for this, and let me know, men and women, what you think about this social discussion of the day. All right, this brings us to question of the day. Chris Brown, Beyonce, and Usher perform at the same concert. What order should they perform in? Guys, this is so easy. There should be no argument in a comment section about this, but I still really needed to hear from you guys. To me, it's simple. Chris Brown opens. He's the youngest. He's the newbie. If it wasn't for Usher, there'd be no Chris Brown. And you have to let the queen close. It's just what it is. That's Queen Beyonce. And I love Usher. I think I've probably been to more Usher concerts than any concert ever. And I have been at different, I've been backstage. I've been front row. I've been in the crowd. I've been in the, I'm a big Usher fan. And actually, now I think about it, I've never been to a Beyonce concert. Crazy work. Anyways, you gotta let Beyonce close. You just have to. She is the closer here, and Usher is a great middle act, and he's gonna lead into Beyonce. But y'all let me know. Do you think Beyonce should be the opening act? Do you think Chris should close? I'd be very surprised if I hear people say, and especially in my comment section, Chris Brown closing. But let me know. Which order do you think they should be? Mine is Chris, Usher, Beyonce. All right, y'all. That is it for today's episode. Thank you so much for kicking with me. I'm so excited. I got 2 days left. Before I let you guys go, just want to remind you to click on the link below or also put up the QR code. Once again, sign up for Aura. It is free for 14 days, and they will let you know in those 14 days if any of your information has been breached or leaked online. They can take it off and clean it up for you. All right. Before I let you guys go, just want to remind you of all the ways to keep up with the Trend Out Loud show. For my YouTubers, if you're ever going on a flight or going in the car or somewhere that you don't have access to internet, you can go to any podcast platform, type in Trend Out Loud, the show will pop up, and you can download the show and take it with you. All right. Now, vice versa, for my people who are used to sitting and watching and listening to the show on podcast platforms, you got to try to watch the show over on YouTube. That is the best way to listen to this show. And that's where most other Out Louders hang out. All right. So head on over to YouTube. Make sure you hit the subscribe button. Make sure you hit the like button. Please try to comment. This is a global podcast, and I would love to see where you guys are listening from. So let me know, hey, I'm listening from whichever continent, country, or city. And of course, if you want to join in on the conversation, please let me know also what you're thinking. And if you're really enjoying the show, please try to share it with your family, friends, and loved ones. It helps in growing the channel. For those of you who want to follow me outside of the show, I'm available on all social platforms. It's always the same handle, Trend Out Loud. I'm the most active on Instagram. And talking about Instagram, we have a new handle, and we're actually working and posting now. The Trend Out Loud show. We've had it for a couple of weeks, but I finally have somebody helping me now. We will be posting daily stories before the show and after the show, and it's where we can get more information out to you guys. So it's not only the stuff that will be on the show, it's an official blog page, The Trend Out Loud Show. Make sure you follow it for your daily viral updates, entertainment, media, political, etc. I'll see y'all tomorrow, man. Peace. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. It's your boy, Trend Out Loud. Peace.